Welcome to the Z-Lister podcast. I'm your host, Austin, and I'm joined by my co-host, Adam,
Welcome back, guys.
and my other co-host, Maynor.
Hello?
And today we have the official Supergirl movie review. But before we get into it, Adam would like to take us to our news segment. Adam, you take it away, man.
So we're gonna be trying a little something new. Not all the time we can watch something throughout the week because we are busy, but we like to stay in the loop in between movie and TV news. So I wanted to bring up some news that came out around this week and see what you guys think. Just two big ones. We're not gonna go too long
Mhm.
because this is a Supergirl review. So the first big one that caught my eye was the Backrooms releasing a extended cut of this movie and re-releasing in the next couple of days. My first initial thoughts was, for me, in my bias, I was like, okay, well, this movie is so divisive. They really needed to release a extended cut just to maybe have a better ending, or what people think that they can get more butts back into seats to rewatch it to see if they actually enjoyed it or not, or maybe like that's not the way that not I was thinking Curry Barker, but that's not the one. That's
Kane
Obsession
Parsons. Kane
Parsons.
Parsons.
One of his film to be. It's an extra like 15 minutes, I think, of extended footage. So maybe add some more lore into something that we more needed at the end of the movie, or
Mhm.
we'll see what the ending is. What do you guys think?
Well, for you guys, based on the review, when we reviewed it, it sounds like this is right up your alley because y'all wanted more lore, not necessarily answers. So, I
Hmm.
honestly, for me, it depends. If they're giving more answers, I don't know if I'm gonna want to see. I'm gonna watch it either way, but I'm like, I don't know if that's necessarily the best way to go about it to give more answers. But if they give more lore, not necessarily answers, I'd be cool with that. Or even just more like backrooms footage, you know?
Yeah.
So, because we don't know if it's going to be extended, but it could be the end of the movie, it could be in the middle. Like,
Hmm.
I'm assuming it's towards the end,
I
but
saw some news. It's like some special, like extended YouTube short, like his brand new YouTube like
mm,
shorts or whatever is coming out. He's adding to it, but into live action. So I'm
hmm,
not too sure. Maybe he gets another film out or short skit since he's been working on this for a while.
yeah.
Any thoughts, Maynard?
I mean, I wouldn't go back to the movie theater to see the extra 30 minutes.
Hmm.
I do hope it is just more of like we see like I forgot the guy's name. Like more when like he was going into there and like
Oh,
searching the
Clark.
put oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I hope it's just more of that. But it's not adding anything to the ending or anything like that. It's just adding more like what he saw while he was like searching the place and everything like that.
Like I said, like my first initial thought is like, I hope this is not like a backtrack and where it's like, okay, well, I really didn't get to release the movie I wanted, but this is kind
Hmm.
of it. And for being so soon, within like a month, maybe a month and a half of like re-releasing it again is kind of odd to me. But hey, I don't work in the movie industry, so
Hmm.
maybe they get some more, a couple $1 million more to get people back to watch it again.
Yeah.
I'll wait at home. I'll just see whatever is on TikTok and they can explain it
Right.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second piece of news, big news for our movie making industry is Google invests $75 million into A24 to help develop AI filmmaking tools.
Ooh.
So that's a big hit to the industry, possibly, depending on what type of tools is being used. Is it in regards to CGI effects to help lessen
Mhm.
the load of our artists? Is it to write scripts out? We don't know. I mean, I feel like it's more or less in the graphic design team, maybe in CGI to help with that workload. Just
Mhm.
they're still going to be artists, but it's going to help them in regards to like crunch time. But I feel like this could be a detrimental in quality sometimes. I don't know if it's supervised well. We couldn't even tell it if we're in the audience, maybe. So,
Mhm. Um, I'm interested to see, yeah, because I would think it would be more because they already had like the protests about for writing
mhm.
and acting and directing and stuff like that. So I'm interested. So I guess that didn't include like yeah CGI like effects people. I don't know. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see like what do they think about it, like, or if it's even affecting them. Because I know the industry really doesn't like AI. They push back
Right.
hard against it. So, and if you're like, if it does lessen the load, I'm wondering if it's going to benefit them or is it going to take jobs away. I don't
That's the
know.
big discourse right now is like the job security
Yeah.
in regards to these artists. Like I know it's a tough job to make demands on like deadlines and stuff in regards to making art,
Hmm.
but maybe this can help them in a way. Maybe they see it in
Yeah.
a different light, but who knows? People are kind of split 50-50, but $75 million is quite a bit of investment from Google.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't I don't know what if it's for scripts and stuff like that, I feel like that's just be like a waste of
That
money
would be
and like
bad.
Oh
yeah.
no, I don't legally I don't think they can because that's what they did
Yeah.
the writer strike for. So
Mm.
Hmm.
I don't think they can do that in their collective bargaining agreement.
Then I
Man,
wonder if
some
it
of the
is
stuff
more
I
like
saw
towards
Pixar stuff recently, the trailers, it looked hella AI.
AI.
it might be
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
then.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like for trailers and stuff like that. I wonder if it is just for like CGI type production. I know there's
Hmm.
like a video game that came out I think late last year called Claire Obscure or
Yeah,
Expedition
I
something
do
like that
remember.
33. And like they got a lot of flack because apparently they used AI, but it was like at the very beginning of like their game development. It was just more to like it was
Like
like a
scripted in
placeholder.
code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's like in that type of level that they're going for instead for like the CGI department and stuff like that. But I mean,
There'll
at the
never be
end
a
of the
happy
day,
medium ever.
yeah.
There'll never be a happy medium for everybody. Well, yeah,
And
that's kind of the news that big news that came out this week. Kind of under the radar too. There's been rumors of the fan casting of the new DCU Batman, but that's kind of like not confirmed. But there's been rumors out there.
who
Mm,
would
what?
be the next Batman?
I think I saw on John Campia's podcast saying like he knows of the person, but is not like a big time actor you would think of. So that's good news. I want a new face.
A Batman?
Yeah.
But we just
That's
got one. And didn't they say he's technically part of the DCU?
Nah,
no, we don't
I
it's
know.
thought
its own
James Gunn.
universe.
I thought James Gunn said technically it's part, but I don't understand it all,
We don't
to
know.
be
We're
honest.
about to get into reason why how hella confusing
Hmm.
this universe is.
Yeah. 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 I don't know. I don't know. But is that it, Adam?
That's the news.
That's the news for the week. Good questions. I like that. I like that segment. But did you guys want to do what we're watching? Or you just want to jump into the review?
Just jump into it.
Let's just do it. Okay. So
I guess y'all
before we
haven't watched anything this past week or
What did you
something.
what did you watch? Did you want to?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is for your mother, Adam. I finally
Mhm.
finished Crash Landing on You. 16 episodes, like
Mm.
24 hours of that show dedicated. I want to say that I cried a lot during this whole show. The last like 4 or 5 episodes were devastating. I teared up like almost every other 20 to 25 minutes of this show.
Mm.
And I just want to shout out the K drama fans out there. You guys are doing great. Keep it up.
Mhm.
Keep up the slow burn on building up that relationship for like a handhold scene or a kissing scene. You know, it takes like 6 episodes, but it's worth it.
Mm.
And
It's
then
like
the
those
other
12
one,
episode rom coms on anime just
yeah.
for a handhold. Yeah, that's crazy.
But it's you watch every episode's like an hour and a half, so you're watching like mini movies.
Mhm.
It's a hard binge just because of that reason. And the other
Mhm.
one was Voicemails for Isabel, the new Netflix rom com.
Oh yeah, was that good?
Mhm.
I liked it. It was fun. I
Mm.
think Netflix is killing it on the rom com side of things. I think
Mm.
they're like a better version of like Hallmark movies, and I
Mm.
think they should stay in that lane. Like they're kind of nailing it for like these rom com, just
Mm.
made for streaming type movies.
Mm.
So yeah, those are the only two things I saw.
Anything that you've seen you want to mention?
Yeah, sure. I watched Secret Life of Pets.
Hmm.
I watched The Empty Man, which is a horror movie that came out in 2020, which was actually pretty good. You didn't like it, Adam?
I did not.
Oh, I liked it.
I
It
saw
was
your rating on
weird.
Letterbox.
Yeah, yeah. It was weird, but I liked it. And then I watched The Long Walk, which let me tell you that I went through so many emotions in this movie. I
Very
was
good
the
movie.
first, yeah, for the first 30, 40 minutes, though, I was like, no, this isn't it. I'm so disappointed. By the end of the movie, I was crying. So I'm like, oh my God. But
Shout
even though
out
I
to
didn't like,
Matthew. This is one of his movies that he wanted
yeah,
us to talk about.
I did not like the very end, but the last basically hour was really good to me. And then
Hmm.
yeah, that was it. And then this movie. But yeah, that was it for me.
Good movies. Quick on mine. I just watched the first two episodes of X-Men 97 season 2.
Mm.
I still got to watch the last one, but reviews will be coming out on that soon on the channel too. I'll be covering that.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice,
Hmm.
nice. Love it for the channel. But without further ado, let's get into our initial thoughts of the Supergirl movie. Adam, you're the biggest movie fan in our Z-lister group. What did you think of Supergirl?
Didn't have much hype going into it, but I stay optimistic because this is the second installment in the James Gunn's universe, and
Hmm.
of course, with him being attached to the film, not saying produced, but he didn't write the script
Hmm.
entirely. It was directed and produced by someone else.
Hmm.
I felt like he really needed to step in on this film because
Hmm.
it just felt like someone else trying to copy his take on Guardian of the Galaxy and
Hmm.
trying to make it a Supergirl version, but it kind of did not work in that essence.
Hmm.
I could see some type of flair into it, but man, if you look at this movie, the color grading is poo,
Hmm.
just poo. If you didn't look at it, I just like it's just brown everywhere, dark tan and brown, just like
Hmm.
the Maynard's cup, that brown.
Okay.
But
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, pretty lackluster for me. And when I came out the theaters, I was hoping for a little bit more on world building, but didn't
Hmm.
get just a generic film.
Hmm. Maynard?
Yeah, I agree with basically all of Adam's points. I did have hope for this movie, and I was like optimistic that this movie was gonna be really good. Because I really liked Superman. Uh, but yeah, no, it just felt like a regular ass movie. Like
Hmm.
the story just felt very like generic. I really did like Millie Alec. Is that her name? Yeah.
Billy
Alcock.
As
Alcock.
Alcock, yeah, as Supergirl. I love her take on it. I think she was like she made the movie fun, but outside
Hmm.
of that, it's just like the script and the story just felt very underwhelming, and also all
Hmm.
the rest of the side characters, like the main co-star. Also,
Hmm.
I did not care for her. I was honestly really annoyed with her. The
Hmm.
use of Lobo, which is like a high tier, like B tier type superhero for DC,
Hmm.
and then for like five, probably at most 8 to 10 minutes, underwhelming. I liked him when
Hmm.
the scenes that he was in, but I was like thinking on the way back home, I was like, I feel like you can take his character out, it would not change a single thing from the movie
Hmm.
at all, and that
It's just
sucks.
Lobo cosplaying as Jason Momoa. That's
Yeah.
all.
Hmm.
Well, I
Hmm.
love the character and everything, but it's just
Yeah,
like
Hmm.
he was just there. I don't know for what reason. He didn't add anything to the story. He didn't add anything
tickets,
even to the
tickets.
finals.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not you didn't think he added some humor?
Like, yes, but like it's like I said, like you can easily just take him out the movie and nothing
Mm.
from the movie would change. It wouldn't like
Yeah.
make it fast, like but like more pace or whatever.
Mm.
Like he had no emotional weight into the movie. He was just there to react to certain scenes, and then that was about
Yeah,
it.
Hmm.
yeah, I
Um.
agree.
And the CGI parts looked really, really bad. Like
Mm.
really, really bad. Which
Google
sucks.
start investing in DCU. Get some
Um.
AI in there.
Yeah. So my expectations were low for this. They were high, and then they were low because I was seeing people say, "Oh, this is not a movie we wanted to see after Superman. Like this was they dropped the ball. DC's doing it again." So I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh man, this isn't good." And so I went in with low expectations, and to be honest, it's not great, but it is not bad as people are saying, in my opinion. People are talking about this movie like it's a three, like it's bad. There's no point in making this movie, or like they did horrible, like it was shit. Like they're really talking about it really negatively. And we'll get into it, but I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. But if you haven't
Yeah.
seen this movie, what you got, Maynard?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I feel like this movie is kind of like how the early Marvel movies were, like the Thor
I've
one
seen
type thing,
people say that.
like Captain America, like the first one.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
what
it
I
has
wanted to
like
talk about too.
yeah, it has like that
Hmm.
same type of vibe, which is
Hmm.
not bad. Like those movies aren't bad, but they're just like we've seen it over and over again, which
Hmm.
sucks because like apparently the comic book that this movie was based on is like really good, and it doesn't
Hmm.
follow the comic book as much
Yeah, I
or the
saw a lot of people
story.
saying that. I saw a lot of people saying that too. Um, but without further ado, if you haven't seen Supergirls, cut off the review here. If you have, then follow us along with the review. So the movie opens up with Kara L, Supergirl, and we see her. She's just partying, and we actually saw a little bit of this in Superman too, where she's kind of a type B personality, having fun. And that's a main storyline in this movie, that she wants to feel something, that she doesn't have her family. We see very early that she lost her family. She has no one else. And even Clark, Superman, doesn't feel like family to her. They don't necessarily say that, but that's the vibe I got. That, because it's really like, hey, you have a cousin, we're going to send you there, and that it is what it is. And so, what'd you guys think of the introduction of Supergirl, and I guess really the beginning scene of our villain, the entrance of our villain?
Go
Um,
ahead, Maynard.
I like the introduction of Supergirl.
Hmm.
Like I said, I like this take on her. Like it's like she's not super serious or anything. Like, and I like the take like James Gunn is taking these films where they're a bit more whimsical and
Hmm.
like more colorful. Uh, but I think it follows the same trend of like other superhero movies where like the villain is just so generic and boring.
Mm.
And his introduction was the same thing, which is so like
Ooh.
I was just like, this is gonna be the same generic guy. He's just gonna be like a bad guy. He's gonna have like a weird accent, and then that's it. There's gonna be no
Mm.
more depth to him. And the next scenes are just probably gonna be him like being a dick, and then that's about it.
Mm.
I also just want to say at the beginning of this movie, explosion happens with the ship. I'm like,
Hmm.
if you had those mines already, why didn't you blow them off the second the ship landed instead of waiting for them to come
Mm.
inside?
Yeah,
That
I
kind
didn't
of
think
pissed me
about that.
off.
I didn't think about that. Um, Man, I enjoyed the introduction of our villain.
I did
I
too. It
thought,
was good.
yeah, I thought it was first. It shocked me. I didn't think they were. I mean, they killed a kid on screen, in
Hmm.
this PG-13 movie. And so I was shocked, and they killed the parents. There was a lot of death scenes that they showed in this movie that usually for like I know it's PG-13, but they don't usually show kid deaths in PG-13 movies, especially in a big blockbuster like this. So I was surprised. So I thought, now I agree with you. This is the most depth we get from our villain. There is nothing added to him after this. Like, and one of my biggest problems with the movie, they don't even give him a motive. They don't give him a motive. He's literally just takes the swords. He wants the weapons. They don't say what he's going to use it for. They don't. They don't mention his plan. He's just there.
Yeah.
It's
He's
crazy
just.
because they mentioned something about that at the beginning, and it was like they never came back to why he
Hmm.
wanted like came there in the first place, other than like
Hmm.
we find out like she's a heir to like this cool sword steel maker or whatever like that,
Hmm.
like notorious for good quality stuff. But like
Hmm.
it's he just kind of goes there, kills everybody, and leaves. I
Hmm.
guess that's just the villain he is. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. The introduction was good. I didn't
Mm.
expect him to kill anyone, the whole family.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Ruthie just did not
Mm.
click for me. Just
Mm.
like, oh, I don't know, because that was the biggest thing. You had to make the chemistry work if this is going to be like a buddy movie type of
Hmm.
thing, or like Protector.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just felt like she was just reading lines off the paper. I don't know if she was just
Hmm.
trying to read like in an accent, but it was not really good.
Hmm.
Um, but we'll get to that a little bit. Um, sorry, I'm waving back to Megan. She's leaving for
Yeah.
work. But
Yeah.
anyways, the villain design looked really good. I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it definitely strays away from what he looks like in the comics. Like
Mm.
typical James Gunn, he wants to change it up a little bit, make it on his
Hmm.
own flair. But
Hmm.
it kind of gave me like, okay, they really trying to make the Guardians like vibe. That's what it's trying to spacey, like aliens. Like alien designs was good. It's like look all pretty much practical. I'm like, man, we kind of get some of these movies like rerun over and over again. It's kind of like fatigue, not superhero fatigue, more like space creature fatigue. I don't know how to
Mm,
describe it. I'm just these are just nothing balls for me.
hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I liked like you said, man, I like Millie's like performance in this. I thought she fit the character's vibe pretty well. Just I just I mean, yeah, we'll get into it, but man, her backstory was generic. I think you guys said it earlier. Somebody said it. It's very generic. Everything's kind of generic. Um,
Mhm.
but like
Yeah.
Adam was saying, we meet. Did you have something to say, Maynard?
Oh no, I'm just gonna say like it just sucks that like she got this type of story and script.
Hmm.
Um, it's also because it's like the first time I think like major release for a Supergirl movie, and it sucks like this is the type of movie that or like the story that they came out with. Considering
It's
like
Hmm.
just
even in
really
Superman,
disappointing how it came
yeah,
out because they they had script material. They had it. It's in the
Hmm.
comic. They're
yeah,
basing
Hmm.
off the Woman of Tomorrow. And it's every single page is there for you. And I don't know why they cannot adapt it. I read it. I was not expecting it to be like this. I was like, oh my God, like they just missed so much stuff. I don't know. Like something was
Yeah.
missing. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, and so, like Adam said, we meet Ruthie, who's the daughter of the family that gets killed, and she wants to hire basically a Supergirl to help kill our villain. I can't remember his name.
Prem.
Krim, yes, Krim. She wants Supergirl to help her kill Krim, and even if Supergirl doesn't want to help, which she doesn't,
Mhm.
Ruthie says she's going to go after him anyway. And so they head off on their ventures, trying to find the. Do you remember the name of the group? They're called
Br-
Brigands.
Breath something
The Bur-
Burgers or whatever. I don't know.
yeah, the
Yeah,
carrying something like that.
yeah. I'm seeing it right here. It says
Burkett,
Brigands.
Burkett.
Brigands. And so what do you guys think of the? Because it's not really. What do you guys think of the bus scene? Because actually, before we get into that, we see that, and we found out in the Superman movie that the Kryptonians they lose their powers when they're around a red sun. And we see that Supergirl is like she wants to be around the red sun because she can actually feel things.
Mhm.
Which I liked because, and I like how they tied it into the background of her story because in the background of her story, her dad even says like, "Hey, you're a lot stronger on Earth because on Krypton she's normal." And
Mhm.
so her life, she's experienced everything as quote unquote normal for her. Nobody's stronger than her, and then she gets to Earth and it's not her home. And that's obviously a major storyline in this story. But they eat like when she's like, I just want to feel stuff because that's where she comes from. She can feel everything,
Mhm.
it was her life. So I thought that was a good, even though I feel like they overused the suns in this movie. There was like 3 or 4 sun scenes.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's a good storyline. They should have fleshed out more because, like, when you said it, it didn't even come to mind. Thinking back
Mm,
on this movie, they should have
mm,
definitely used that more to for the appeal of the movie.
hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the Sun, because like Superman and Supergirl are those type of
Yeah,
characters like they're hard to write because like what is their weakness? You
Hmm.
cannot just be using kryptonite over and over again,
yeah,
Yeah.
which I mean
Oh
it
I
is
yeah.
used
agree.
at the end, but I
Hmm.
do like they were in different suns and like had that depending on the sun that she was in, it's like how she was like fighting and stuff.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And I do like the ways that they kind of like handicapped her powers and everything. That
Hmm.
way, like she wasn't like too overpowered and stuff like that.
I mean, in a
Yeah.
way, I guess, but like I came to watch a Supergirl movie. I didn't watch Regular Girl. 75% of the movie. I
Hmm.
mean, yes, we get some cool different scenes with her fighting hand combat, but like when we get to the third act, that's when we get the most Supergirl, and just wish
Hmm.
there was a little bit more like power usage, I guess.
Hmm.
But it's coming as this is a coming of age and emotional value movie in
Hmm.
this essence. But they don't need to re-explain her powers. We've gotten so many Superman, Supergirl films. We have all the CW shows. We had
Hmm.
even a Supergirl in the last. the Flash movie,
Oh, that is
which
true.
it's just crazy because she was one and done. Never see her again.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, Millie Alcock is great. I mean, that's my queen for real.
Yeah.
um,
The rightful queen.
the rightful queen, heir to the
Mm,
throne.
Hmm.
mm.
Um, but yeah, she brings a good like physical like I some people will say like okay, I just can't really see her as a Supergirl like demand like power and
Hmm.
like force to be reckoned with. Like she does well.
Yeah,
There's a couple
yeah.
times her accent kind of slips out and stuff. I can hear it here and there, but
Hmm.
that's just nitpicky stuff.
Yeah. Um, and so as oh God, I keep blanking on these names, man.
It's all right. It's
As
a very
Ruth,
forgetful movie.
yeah, as
Damn.
Ruthie is asking for Supergirl's help, we see our villain just hop on to Supergirl's ship and shoot Crypto. Which Crypto's a little asshole. I'm just gonna put it out there, dude. Yeah, I mean, I like him, Monel, but like he's just a menace, dude. He's the crunch wrap of this universe.
This
Yeah,
feeds into your hatred towards pets even
No, no,
more.
no. It's not. It's just, man. He's just
just a
a
nuisance.
bowling ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we see Krim shoot Crypto with a type of venom, and that kind of gets us off into our main story where Supergirl decides, okay, I'm going to go after him, not for Ruthie, but because I want to save my dog.
I thought this was
Basically,
gonna be
the
a John Wick movie. That's what I
man.
initially thought.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't think about it until I started reading some of the letterbox reviews. I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, and so this is where we kind of see the first time that she actually shows her like true powers. Because even though she was weak with the red sun, she still was stronger than, a human.
Most, yeah.
Yeah. So we kind of got to see that it doesn't necessarily take out all of her powers. Because she says, I don't have my powers, but she still has some.
I think she
Um,
just can't fly and use like
yeah,
Yeah,
weapons.
his
Like,
it's
laser
yeah.
vision, X-ray, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. And
I
so,
do
but in
appreciate them expanding the lore on that because, like Maynard said, they always be using the kryptonite like
mhm,
weakness, but there's so
yeah.
much more lore into like. There's definitely tends to like more like 20 different type of kryptonites that can be used. They
Mm,
just will they ever go into that kind of zaniness? Maybe because it's James Gunn. Because
yeah.
there's black, there's white, there's pink, there's other different types. Well,
Hmm.
they expanded with this more of the sun aspect instead of the kryptonite
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
appreciate.
Which, yeah, yeah. Well, because I didn't really like it, but as you guys were saying it, I'm like, that makes sense. I'm glad they just
Mhm.
didn't do Krypton, Krypton, Krypton. Um, but yeah, so we get to see actually in her like the bus scene when the Raiders try to steal and attack and everybody's stuff. What did you guys think of that first scene of like seeing her powers and stuff?
In the bus?
I thought this
Yeah.
was the best fight in the movie, to be honest, and
I
it wasn't
liked
even
It
that
it.
great.
was.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the use of like the shifting things. I liked
Hmm.
like the effects of it. I was actually a really big fan of that. Like how it's
Mm,
just like kind of glitchy and stuff.
hmm.
And yeah, that's honestly my biggest takeaway about that. I really like just that
Yeah.
like special effect on
Did she
that.
have powers in the scene? I can't remember. Or was she just normal fighting?
At the
What
beginning,
at the beginning she didn't, but then when she's thrown out of the ship, she gets them.
Mm, okay. Because sometimes you just kind of forget like what type of
Yeah.
planet they're on. So I'm kind of like,
Hmm.
I don't know if she has powers or not, but she's just not using them for some reason. She
Hmm.
just forgets that she has powers.
yeah, no,
Maybe
on
like
Yeah.
this
all you were
one,
saying, she's used to being normal, not having these powers. So sometimes
Hmm.
she forgets to use them.
yeah,
Right. Yeah. But yeah, no, this was the best fight scene in the movie. And like the teleportation scene, I was like, I understand if you like it. For me, it was just okay. But even when she got her powers from the sun, it was still like a good like. I'm like, okay, yes, this is what I want to see. I wanted to see the laser eyes, even though
mhm.
I thought it was kind of corny. This is just nitpicking when they were doing it and she was bound, and then she went pushed her head forward, like it gave her extra power to
Yeah.
like and so but yeah, no, I thought this was the best fight scene in the movie. And this is where we find she gets her answers of like where she can find Krem, which is on a different planet. And we find out that Krim and the rest of his group. Bear with me, guys. I don't remember the group's names. I'm not even going to go back every single time. I'm
That's
just going to
fine.
call them the group. But Krim and his group, we find out that they are basically kidnapping women and young girls, basically girls, and on a with their group is all men, and basically they don't say it, but they're raping and having kids with them.
Sex
To
slaves.
Sex trafficking, which is
yes, yeah,
crazy.
sex slaves.
Like we did not dive deep enough into that, like why it was happening. They just
Mhm.
mentioned it, and nothing really happened after that.
Does
Yeah,
it dive
yeah.
deeper in the comics?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. I
Mm,
mean, it's a whole network system, and he's just not the only one that's
mm,
controlling this. So that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. It's like missing key parts and elements into it, but they just jumped right to the why. To the why is what I'm
hmm,
saying.
And I feel
yeah,
like they're just like they were trying to play it like way too safe for some weird reason.
PG-13, so I can
Yeah.
see it's a touchy subject.
yeah.
Hmm.
And so as they travel to the planet, they meet a couple locals, Bomar and Merrick, who own a bar. And this is where we're finally introduced. First of all, we have another fight scene here that we don't see, which, whatever. But we're finally introduced to our side character, Lobo. Um, I thought it was funny that what you said. This is Lobo cosplaying as Jason Momoa because I'm like, okay, this is exactly this is Jason Momoa. This is him.
Yeah, he's
You-
not playing any. He's just playing himself at this
no,
point.
exactly. And obviously the story has been going around that when they found out they were going to do a Supergirl movie, he immediately texted James
Hmm.
Gunn is like, I want to be Lobo. Like, and it makes it. He looks like Lobo in the comics. Like they're like everything just made sense.
Yeah.
But I thought he was kind of funny, but he wasn't as funny as I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to be a more just like a funnier character, oh yeah, this guy's cool, and he was cool, but just not as cool as
Hmm.
I thought he was going to be.
I feel like they just didn't give him any material to like work off with the other characters. Because
Hmm.
like with like Millie's character, the only really interaction they have is like her saying like, "Oh, we're just like some girls from like Metropolis," which I thought that was like
Hmm.
funny. But then
Hmm.
the rest were like with the other girl, the little girl, and
And I like
she
that part actually. I like that
you
part.
did. I didn't. I
Yeah.
feel like there's some I don't like her character at all in this
Hmm.
I
movie, and
know.
it falls into the trope of like I've told Austin before, like and with Invisible, like with the brother, like I hate it when like they become like very like
Yeah.
arrogant and
Child.
they don't childish, and that's how she just acts throughout the whole
Hmm.
movie. They're like whatever. That's another thing, but I just don't think like she was able to work really well with like the jokes as much. Like her
Hmm.
like way like her timing and everything, just not the best.
Yeah. So I'm gonna push back a little bit because I understand what you guys are saying about Ruthie. She is one dimensional. But I did like her dimension. Like I like that she was like, nah, I'm going to kill him. I am going to go kill him. And like she was like, I don't care if you're not going to come with me. Like she was about it. That's what I liked about her.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, she's about it. Yes, they don't give her any depth. It's just about that. There's nothing else. And like I know she's a child actress, but like same facial expressions the entire movie.
Hmm.
But I did like that she was like about it. Like she's like, I'm going to go get revenge for my family. Like this is I don't care if you come with. I'm just asking for help, but you don't have to come with me.
You know what's funny? Because as you were saying that, and I'm like, yeah, maybe that was her main motivations. It's not like she said it about 10 times in the movie, and I still forgot. So, which is absolutely crazy because that's
Hmm.
how one-dimensional she was, and I just totally
Yeah.
She was
forgot
in it so
her
much
main
they made
reason.
a joke
Yes,
about it in the
I
movie
was
as
like,
well.
Mm.
it just glazed over my mind. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna think about it anymore.
Hmm.
But I understand where you're coming from. It's a good point that you bring up because yeah, she did stick to her guns and she stood her ground on what she wanted to do. So yeah,
Hmm.
I can understand that
That's
where you're
one
coming from.
point for
Yeah,
her.
well, yeah, it's all
One
right. Out of
point.
10.
Yeah.
Um, and
She was no
so
help throughout the whole movie. I'm just also gonna put that out there. Zero
She,
help.
yeah, even in the bar scene, man, she just fucking hid. It's crazy. She just yeah, she has no use. It's crazy. She don't do anything.
um, and so as we meet Lobo, he says like he's not going to help. But well, we'll get back to him in a little bit. But as Bomar and Merrick say that they have someone who can bring them to Krim. This is straight out of Guardians of the Galaxy, by the way. We see that Bomar, the husband, is talking to another alien on the planet, and you already knew, or I feel like I knew immediately, like, oh, he's working with the bad guys.
Mhm.
And so we see as Supergirl and Ruthie are sitting waiting for the person to take them to Krim. This is where we get Supergirl's backstory, where we find out that Krypton did die, but it died slowly. For
Mhm.
a lot of people, not most of the people, it did die, because we just see that her father built a shield just for a really small, just the heart of the city, and so there's really not that many people left. But what do you guys think of her? I mean, we kind of talked about it a little bit, but her backstory, and did it make you guys feel anything at all?
I
I'm
liked
glad they
it, and
took this. I liked it too. I liked it.
because I don't know her backstory really that much, so I like
Hmm.
Mhm.
the new take on. I don't know if it's a new take, but I like
Hmm.
the idea that like not everyone died, but they slowly died because of
Mhm.
kryptonite poisoning.
Hmm.
I don't think it added too much emotional because I was so stuck with like the Kryptonian accent. I'm not gonna lie, the language.
Hmm.
Um, but like I like the backstory. No, I
Yeah.
don't think it hit as emotional as I think they wanted it to hit though.
I
Hmm.
think you're trying to connect like she is like the last living of the her species other than Clark and
Hmm.
the dog. I mean, that's why they were
Yeah.
trying to make it such an emotional scene because basically that's her last piece of family is left
Right.
is the dog.
Right.
I can, yeah, it was a little bit, it was a much better part of the movie that I enjoyed. I enjoyed getting this aspect because I definitely know the lore on regards to how Supergirl is different, a little bit different take. I
Hmm.
mean, she gets sent a little bit after Clark but Clark's a baby. But you know how
Yeah.
space is and time works. Like they didn't really explain like why they are the same or near the same age or she's younger than him now.
Hmm.
Um, they kind of briefly brushed over it and they were like, okay, he's only 10 years older than me. Like, why do they keep thinking he's like I'm actually older than him, technically, in an essence. Um,
Wait,
but
is that accurate? How is
it
she
is
older than him?
She
it
is
is
10 years
accurate
younger.
because she's tech in the technical terms, when she was they are on Krypton, she
Hmm.
was born before him. But through like space travel and stuff, when she's being sent from Krypton, she got sucked through a wormhole, and all those years went by. So I guess in a way, Clark, yes, is older, but in like born terms on Krypton, she is older. She's obviously Clark was a baby at the time when he got sent into the pod, if that
Yeah,
makes
but
sense.
she wasn't born at the time when he was sent in the pod. So how is she
Yeah.
older?
I think in
She
the
was born.
No, I think in
No,
the
no,
movie she was
remember. Yeah.
born after they
Yeah,
like
because even the
Mm.
mother is like, did we make a mistake? Like
You might be right
basically.
because I might be thinking the comics. I might be
yeah.
thinking a CW show
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, because in the movie they show Krypton, basically exploding or whatever, and then
Okay, yeah, and then they had her in the city. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking of
because
the
the
CW
parent.
show.
Yeah, so it's like basically you're having a kid in an apocalypse, or like did we do the right thing? Did we make a mistake? But yeah, and so we get after we get Supergirl's backstory, which it was okay. I mean, it was generic. What I kind of wanted them to explain a little bit more was why she wasn't getting sick, or like why she's the only one with the plans. And I keep forgetting that Superman's real biological father wanted him to take over, like wanted him to conquer Earth. I keep forgetting
Mhm.
that. I like
Yeah.
that blew my mind when I saw it in Superman. I did not know that, but yeah. So after we get her backstory, this is where straight out of the Guardians of the Galaxy, the bad guys show up because the good guys tell on them, and then we see our supervillain again. What this is where I really realize I'm like, oh, they're giving him no backstory. He's just here. He's just here. And he's really not even here for Supergirl. He's just they're here just because they found out there's two girls,
Yeah.
and they just want to add him to their harem.
Mhm.
And so this is where Supergirl finally really uses her powers on the planet. What do you guys think of this fight scene? I
Well,
mean,
I
it
guess
was
it was more or less like they were doing the trade. Like they have
yeah, it
two
was the
big girls.
trade.
Yeah, I was
Oh
like,
yes, I forgot
I
to
want
mention
two
that.
for one. Like, I'll give you two for one. That's what the reason why he came. But
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
he was not going to do that.
yeah. For Bumar's daughter. Yeah, that is important to mention.
Always
But
drinking, always drinking shit from strangers. Every single
mhm.
movie, people just don't know better.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought I did laugh at that when she drank the milk and that she asked where it was from. That made me laugh. But and when Krem was drinking the milk too later on in the scene.
Just I don't know where.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. But we see them finally fight, and Lobo joins the fight as well. But and he's kicking ass, but it really doesn't do anything because Krim eventually kills the three people that were there, and they don't. And what's her name is a has his Krim's back is turned, and Ruthie's going in for the kill. Which this is where I was like, yes, Ruthie. And Supergirl basically tells her, no, don't do it. And which we're gonna get to this. Supergirl throughout the whole movie is like, don't choose vengeance. Don't you do not want to kill someone. You and we see Supergirl's mother in that backstory say, you don't have to be nice. I like this scene too. You don't have to be nice, just be good. I like that scene. And
Even though
we're
it was
gonna
a
come
Batman
back.
movie.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to it, but I had some issues. But yeah, so they have the big battle, and man, what happens after this? I'm blanking on what happens after
So
this.
they're like rummaging through the city, it's like getting destroyed. And
Mm,
then I guess Ruthie's ending up hiding underneath some rubble, and then he's locating her, trying to take her, and then again Supergirl like swoops in to try to save like in that tall building. And I
mhm.
guess or no, it was like the girls that were in the cage
Oh
and they were trying
yes.
to save, and I guess one of them escaped, I
Mhm.
guess. And then one of them was in the alleyway with Krem.
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
why I want to say Dr. Krem. It's just Krem. Um, and then he kills her.
Yeah.
That shocked me, Loki. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Killed the whole
he's still about it.
family.
Okay.
Get the whole
Still
family
nice of him.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that scene, but it also bothered me because like you killed these people like so willingly, but you're letting this other girl just live for no reason at all.
Mhm.
That
Well,
kind
you
of
Ruthie.
don't
annoyed
know.
me.
He hasn't gotten his hands on her, so you don't know.
Probably.
Mm,
This Loki should have been. I enjoyed this set piece of action compared to our third act. Way better.
mm,
Yeah.
Way better.
mm.
We'll get to that
th-
more eventually.
yeah. Let it be known that Supergirl stops Ruthie from killing him, and then he kills the family too. By the way,
Hmm.
and Ruthie like basically is like, you let him like, which is this in all superhero movies. This is the like the double edged sword. It's like you can be good, but you're letting, just like in Invincible, you're letting these bad things happen and they don't stop because you're
Hmm.
not willing to do what you need to do.
It's the
And we
typical
saw it.
Batman motif that you gotta
Mhm.
kill the Joker, but every time you put him in Arkham, he escapes and kills people. So are you really doing any good? So
Mhm.
it's that yeah, the double edged sword, which I have
Batman
issues
can't do that
with.
to a spooky dude.
Mm.
No.
And so we see Supergirl finally break down, go into space, and just yell. I like this scene.
It's a good scene.
And then like a few minutes later, she comes back down and she's like, "Okay, I'm going after him. Like I'm really going after him now for everything, for it all." And so we see Supergirl follow Krim back to their home base planet, where we find out that they have two suns, one yellow and one green. Um, I wish they would have explained this a little bit more because I was like, okay, is the sun kryptonium, which is what I'm guessing. I thought kryptonium was an element, so I was just kind of a little bit confused there. But we find out that there's a green sun, and they chose that base of operation for some reason for Supergirl.
Hmm.
And then we find out that Ruthie is hiding in the ship, and like again, man, Ruthie was determined, man. She's like, I don't care, I am going to go kill him. But this is where I had the problem with the sun thing, but now I don't because you guys explained it to me. And so there's really not much else going on here. We see Ruthie's like, I'm gonna basically while you sit here and rest and just basically like suffer, I'm gonna go
Mhm.
try to kill Krim. And she gets kidnapped. And this is where Maynard, you said you didn't like this scene, but I like this dynamic between her and Lobo. This is where I thought Lobo was like, okay, this is the more I want to see. This type of Lobo, like kind of just natural, kind of funny. I thought this
Just
was the
I feel like
funniest
they should
part.
have introduced him into another film personally, because he's such a
Mm,
rated R character. I don't know why
mm,
being in a Supergirl. Yeah, I know he's like inside this comic, he's involved in it, but like something with his type of style of like fighting and killing, maybe just they held it back a little bit too much and plays a little corny in regards because like his biggest weapon is that motorcycle and a big ass hook.
hmm.
It's barely seen. A couple
Yeah,
times.
yeah. The
Um,
hook, it was hard to tell what his weapon was, kind of.
yeah, and that's like playing the Injustice game. That was his big thing. Like you love to use that hook in those games, and it's just barely shown. But hopefully he'll get redemption in another movie. We'll see. In another space
Hmm.
movie. I don't know which one that will be.
Yeah, I think also for this scene, I don't even I like Lobo's parts, but I don't even think it's like the dynamic between the two characters like playing off each other. It's just Lobo being like saying jokes throughout the whole thing, and that's what I liked. I don't think their interaction was like special or anything like
Hmm.
really that outstanding or anything like
Mhm.
that.
He was just he was just more reactionary to what Ruthie was just doing, and that
Yeah.
is, they weren't really having conversation because she was trying to kill. She killed that guard, I guess, with a
Yeah,
spike.
that was a little kind of crazy, by the way. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I understand you can get this drop on him, but she totally swept his foot. A 250 pound man. She
Fucking
just
Black
boom.
Widow.
Yeah.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, okay, okay, whatever. But I liked the Lobo's commentary during that scene. I thought it was kind of funny. And so this leads us to our final act, basically, where we see Ruthie and
Poo
Lobo
City.
escape.
That's what it looked like to me. Just poo
It's
in the
Uh,
so
background.
bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
and
You don't
we
even have
see.
to explain it, Austin. This whole last scene, it's what was wrong with like Zack
The whole
Snyder's DCU.
yeah.
They were just
Mm,
bad CGI fighting for some weird reason.
I don't
Like
know
just look
why they keep
terrible.
using such like awful like background like work. It's just get some you you have such a colorful character in a suit. Why do you make it just have her in a trench coat and brown the whole fucking movie? It's ridiculous. And we're
Yeah.
waiting,
mhm.
we're still doing this in the big 2026. Why are we saving the suit up scene until the third act? I come to see the damn suit being used with her in the cape. Like the whole flying scenes were good. Some were good. Some look kind of off, but like I want color in this movie. That's why I enjoyed Superman. I want to
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
color, bro.
but I will say the suit is a symbol of her resistance to be
Mm,
who her mother wanted her to be, and
yeah,
so
Adam.
that like I was cool with that. Like I didn't need to see that. I know that's not what she wanted to be. That was what Clark wanted her. Like Clark gave that to her, basically saying you are Supergirl. Like you're gonna be like me.
Understandable.
Like, and
Understandable.
that's
I get
not
it.
who she wanted to be. And
She didn't want to
so,
look goofy, Adam, okay?
She didn't want the
yeah,
underwear, I guess.
No.
she said it would look goofy, but honestly, I think the costume is fire. Like, those colors are just iconic.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, no, and let me tell you, when Lobo comes in to save the day, I thought that was awful. Like he just pops up and then like you couldn't
Leaves.
even see it. Like, yeah, I don't know. It just happened so fast. It was like, what? Oh, okay. I don't know. I
I
hated that
have
They
part.
they
no
miss
I
key
hated it.
like yeah, that this is the third act. This is great. I have more issues with the third act than like, okay,
Mm,
this is a good part of the
yeah.
movie.
yeah.
Because also I
Um,
want to know how the hell they trapped Lobo. He said like
Yeah.
they just use traps. I'm like, how? How the hell
yeah.
did they trap you?
I don't know. But yeah, which Lobo gets his revenge on one of the other
The
group,
guy he's
one of the
hunting.
group members. Yeah, one of the group members, as I like to call them. And so we see that once their ship goes down, we see that, and I already heard about this, but I've heard so many people say that this is the worst scene in the movie, and they say it's one of the worst needle drops of all time so
It
far. That's
was.
what people are saying. when they are fighting in like the dust cloud, and oh
Bro,
man,
who?
and they drop that the a cover version, by the way, of I should have wrote the song
The
down.
middle.
Yes, yeah. Um yeah, the middle. I can't think of the name of the song, but totally misplaced. I was trying to force myself to like it too. Um Maynard, what'd you think? Did you hear about this? Like I heard about everybody saying the needle drop, the needle drop. This is one of the worst needle drops. What do you think of this song that
Jimmy
they
Eats
picked?
World, the middle.
I honestly forgot about the song. I'm not gonna lie,
Mm,
Bro, I
which
don't
is
know how you did.
weird. It's weird because like throughout the whole movie, I mean, like it's very like a James Gunn type movie. He
Hmm.
produced it, he didn't direct it, but I'm like they're trying to like replicate what he like the way he films and stuff,
Hmm.
which is weird because like in the first movie you had like all the music that he uses. It's kind of like it goes really well with the movies, and you remember them, and like afterwards you like start listening to them, add them to your playlist. After this movie, I was like, I don't remember a single song from this whole movie, which is weird because I feel like for
mm,
this type of character, that type of music will be fitting for her. Yet
mm,
all the scenes that they used it for, even at the beginning of the bar scene when she like was like taking her shots and like started like she connected like her MP3
yeah,
player, like the song that they used,
it
like
didn't hit for you.
it didn't hit, it had no impact. It
Hmm.
which is it's just weird considering who's the producer is, and I feel like
Hmm.
he would have been like on top of it, be like, nah, we got to make this like more like just pop more essentially. So I don't
Why
I
why a cover? Why couldn't they not use the original song? I feel like she's so punk rock and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's the vibe that
yeah,
you want to get.
that's the
Why put a
vibe.
cover of someone like a I will not say acoustic. Is that right? Acoustic version of the middle.
Yeah, it
Like
was. Yeah, yeah,
the
and
middle by Jimmy Eats World is punk rockish, and you just use that. They just fumbled the whole scene.
Uh, yeah, you know what? It reminded me of two things. One, first of all, I just want to say it's the cover is not a bad song. It's just mistakenly like chosen for the wrong scene. But
Yeah.
the second thing is that you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of when they. I'm pretty sure they did it in Deadpool. Oh yeah, do you want to build a snowman? And it was like meant to be funny. Like it was meant
Hmm.
to be stupid and funny, and they did like because it doesn't match what's happening in the movie. Like it's an action scene, and that's the same thing they did here. They chose a really slow song for an action scene that was supposed to be like yes,
Hmm.
and and honestly, the best song they chose was in the trailers, and they didn't even use it in the movie.
Exactly.
That's the type
Hmm.
of music or the type, especially the type of song I want to hear at the end, because I'm like, yes, I understood. Okay, this girl, like you said, Adam, she's punk rock. She's type B. She's not a goody goody. Like she's broken. You know, she has some realness to her, right? And that's what she's wanting. Like she's real. And so, and she even says that, like Clark sees the good in people, I see the realness. And so, I don't know. This the song just didn't fit her. It didn't fit the scene. It didn't fit the movie. It
The whole
just,
scene didn't fit.
I think
yeah.
the only song that really fit was when she was like in Metropolis when she first moved in. She was just looking out the window, and it was
Hmm.
like a slow
Yeah,
song, and
yeah,
that was like I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
the only one that really fit that scene. And I was like, oh, I really like this song, and they're like, it fits her. But I'll
Hmm.
tell you that every other song just was not memorable at all
Yeah.
because it wasn't used right, like you guys said.
Yeah. Before we get to the very last part, I will say I did enjoy like you were saying, Maynard, I did enjoy the part where they say, "Oh, you're gonna get your powers in one, two, three," and then you see the difficulties of having powers on Earth are, because that's stuff like you imagine like, man, okay, you have super hearing. What can you hear? Oh, you hear everything. So it's like her trying to adapt to that too. I thought that was interesting. I like how
Yeah.
they showed that. But this is where I had a major problem with the movie, because once Krim is basically on his back and it's just like, and Ruthie's going to kill him. Once again, Ruthie's heard everything Supergirl said, and she's like, I'm still gonna kill him. Supergirl stops her, pleads with her one more time, and she listens. And then Supergirl kills him. Here's my problem. I wanted that to happen, but I
Mhm.
hated how the entire movie they tell you, Like, no, make good choices. No, don't be this. And she like that's her memory of her mother telling her those things, you know. And she's telling Ruthie, "Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it." And then she does it, and I'm like, "Wait, you spent this whole movie telling this girl don't do something, and then you do it immediately after." And it's not that I didn't like I said, like I see her doing that. I wanted her to do that
Mhm.
because I don't
Yeah.
like how all these superheroes don't kill and to save people, and so I wanted her to do it. I just didn't like that they made her seem like I don't know. I didn't like the setup. I feel like
Mm.
the whole movie they're setting you up, and then it's like, I wanted her to be punk rock from beginning to end.
She should
And
have not used a damn sword to kill
oh,
him.
that was whack too. She just kind of
Mhm.
They should have just
boom.
used her powers that she has to kill him. Just use the laser
Mm.
vision or
Oh, the
something.
late that would have been fire. That would have been
Maybe
fire.
like if this is my take on this kill scene.
Hmm.
She's saying Ruthie, okay, don't kill, no kill. And then she's remembering like they had like a flashback where she's like remembering her parents, her dog, and blah blah blah, what else had going on. Maybe
Hmm.
include that scene, Dinner's part, her getting emotional, include that kind of like screaming scene that she did in space, but like laser vision on him. And then she kind
Hmm.
of lets out all her emotions. Okay, he's like, this is over type of thing. Instead of doing like the, just slow sword in and then out. And it
Hmm.
was like, okay, he's dead. It's
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But the main issue, I did have issue with that, but I didn't not mind too much because I already had a feeling that she's gonna do it. She's just kind of saving Ruthie from that life and
Hmm.
not coming back from that because she's already been doing this for a little bit. So it's the fight scene in the slow motions. It felt heavy, Zack Snyder, in slow motion for some odd reason. I don't know
Hmm.
why we're using super fast characters but showing them in really slow speeds. Okay,
So we could see them.
I guess, but they can, in a way, the biggest one that I remember that I enjoyed was in Man of Steel
Hmm.
when the Kryptonian soldiers came onto Earth, were in that small town, and you have the woman soldier like develop her
Oh
powers.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
utilize the speed of her attacking the military soldiers in regards to, okay, like they are a big threat. Instead of just using the big dust cloud and using her going a circle. Yeah, the tanks and stuff are flying, she's blocking
Mm.
it. But we're centered around Ruthie. Like that's not what I want to see. You just want
Mm.
to you're seeing stuff happen in the background, but this is the final act of Supergirl, not Ruthie. Um,
Yeah, but Ruthie's not
which
doing anything though.
the whole movie, yeah,
The whole
I
movie.
mean, the whole movie,
The whole
the whole
movie.
movie. I mean, just
I
I don't
like
know.
this scene personally. I actually
Mm,
like the slow motion.
no,
You like the
I
Dust
did.
Bowl?
the Dust Bowl
I didn't
though.
mind the Dust Bowl.
Oh my
I really
God.
didn't.
This is the problem with the movie. It just rehashes so many like boring
They did
trends
this in
from
Superman
superhero
though.
I
They did
know
it
they did that,
Superman.
and that's why
The
it
cover.
yeah, it made me remember it too because so it just looks uncanny to me because the both scenes they used in the trailer, it's back from even with Superman they showed it was the kicking or punching in the mouth slow motion. It comes toward you like a
Hmm.
3D movie type of thing. That's so
Hmm.
corny. It's like
Mm.
why are we showing that in slow motion?
Mm.
Like he sees it flying out, flying to the screen. They did the same thing with the kick after she caught the arrow with that guy. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what they're trying to achieve. It looks really, really fake to me.
Mm. Uh,
So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's really basically the end of the movie. We basically see her get the antidote that she's been trying to get the entire movie, and she saves Crypto. And he comes back, bounces back like nothing happened. Like I said, I like Crypto. He is a menace. But we see her say bye to Ruthie, but eventually she says, "Nah, you can stick around." And she eventually heads back to Earth, where we see her talking to Superman, and she finally says, "I'm home." And I was surprised. I wasn't sure. I thought they were going to keep her off of Earth. I thought she was
mhm.
going to like stay near Red Suns because that's still who she liked to be. I didn't see that as a necessarily negative thing that she was talking about when she said that, like trying to feel something. So I thought they were going to keep her, like she was going to be like, yeah, I'll visit every once in a while, but I'm going to stay near the Red Sun. But no, she calls Earth home and she's like, I want to stay here a while, which I was excited about that. I'm like, okay, cool. So I definitely plan to see her in the next Superman movie. Um,
Fingers
yeah. So,
crossed.
oh no, she'll definitely be in there. Actually, I
Yeah.
saw she's going to be in there. So,
Oh,
I
uh,
just saw her name in the title for Superman Day tomorrow.
hmm.
So,
No,
but
I like her interactions with Superman. I think
mhm.
this movie also made me realize how much I really like this Superman that we have right now.
Yeah,
I think he fits the character really well, and
me
his
too.
acting's good. He's like he gives me good vibes.
Yeah, he's
And I think
genuine.
genuine, yeah. And they play off each other really well. And like, which is weird. This is not a Superman movie at all, but it really made me like him more. And I am
Hmm.
so excited for his next movie.
Yeah.
Vinny would not agree about
Mm.
Superman. He loves
Mm.
Henry Cavill. I'm like, yeah, I
Oh
know you
yeah,
like dark and broody, but have some
yeah,
fun, man. You hate fun.
yeah,
Vinny's like, that's not a
yeah.
real man right there.
Yeah, basically.
No, yeah, I like David Cornsweat's Superman. He really
Mhm.
brings out
Boy
the
Scout.
good the Boy Scout, the goodness, the pureness of what Superman really is. And why I know this is in the previous movie. I love that they showed his parents being like soft-hearted people in that
Mhm.
Superman movie. I love that part. But yeah, guys, that was our Superman. Oh God,
Oh,
Supergirl, don't cancel me. Supergirl movie. That's actually exactly what they don't want me to do too. This was all
Exactly.
about women, and you know what? I will say this script was. I've seen a lot of people say that they got a male director. This is what. And to be honest, I really don't think that's what. I think that's an easy out, and that's
Mhm.
just a hot thing to say in today's climate. But this I really think that the majority of this falls on the script, which the script was written by a woman. But it was her first script. And this is
what are you trying
not
to say?
this. What I'm trying to say is that for those people that are just
Don't
using
blame the
that.
man, blame the woman. That's what you're trying to
No,
say
no, no. I
right
don't think you
now.
should blame anybody. I don't think you should blame anybody. But I will say,
Blame is
yeah, you know
equally
what?
distributed everywhere, y'all.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah. You know what? We need to cut that because it's starting to sound bad.
No,
it's
no,
start.
leave it in, man.
No.
Leave it.
That sounds kind of
That's how
bad.
we get. That's how we get clips. That's how we get
No,
clips.
but I do not mean that to sound bad. But I will. It was her
We
first
know where you're
movie.
coming from. I think they
Y-
know. They know. We're gonna leave it
Yes.
in.
Yeah.
Her first movie. I thought there was a lot of tropes here
Mm.
that just didn't work out. And that I think one of you said it earlier. Like it just needed to be better. I haven't read the source material, and I'm the least like out of us three, and I've said it on here on the podcast. I don't superhero movies don't really do it like that for me. So, but with the good thing about that, I can go in just watching it as a movie. Like so many
Mhm.
people, like Adam, you were saying you read the comic, and I saw a lot of people saying like the comic is so much better. They messed up, and when you have the source material, I don't know if studio got involved, but I would think they wouldn't, considering like how bad it went for them before. But when you have the source material laid out for you, and it's comic books is very basic. It's not like the
Mhm.
hardest thing to adapt. It's like the script shouldn't be the issue. It really shouldn't. Like that should be one of the least common issues when you have a great source material.
And obviously went through James Gunn, and he said yes. So there's something was wrong. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I, like I said, I really think that people are hating on this movie a little too much. And we can jump into it now. I know Adam,
Mhm.
you want to ask questions about compared to Marvel and stuff. Um,
I
y-
mean, we just like Maynard said at the beginning, like this is really early into the franchise. Of course,
yeah,
we've had a DCU before, but this is the main universe now of DCU, not DCEU. This is the second film, so technically, this will be the Incredible Hulk of the cinema MCU, which people
Mhm.
did not enjoy the Incredible Hulk. I did
Yeah.
back
I
then.
liked it too.
I
Yeah,
liked it, but we had Thor, the first one. Not many
yeah.
people well
I didn't like
received. It was
that
very
one.
different. But
Mm-mm.
people like to come back to it nowadays. Oh man, it was actually a good movie. We want that
Mhm.
Thor back. We hate the funny Thor and Love and Thunder Thor and stuff
Mm.
like that. So it will change here and there, and maybe just come back and say, okay, this is actually not too bad of a movie. I don't think so, but what is your rating? Since we're kind of getting into that now.
Yeah. I like I said, by no means this movie isn't great or anything, but I don't think it's a bad movie. I If you say it's mid, I won't argue it, but I thought it was good. I thought it was a little generic, yes, but I liked the performances. And there was enough in there that I enjoyed about it. If because I didn't watch this with my fiance, if she wanted to watch it again, I'd be like, okay, yeah, well, let's watch it. So, I'm gonna give this movie a 6. Good movie. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it deserves the hate that it's getting. And I really think it's a lot groupthink. I think groupthink is like a really powerful thing. And I really don't think it's as bad as people say. And I really think a lot of people love Superman. I didn't love Superman. I thought it was okay, decent. And I think they were comparing it to Superman 2. Like, if this movie was just by itself, minus the comic situation, I really don't think people would be hating this movie like that. I think they have
I'm
their things about it,
I'm
but they're
surprised
comparing it to
there's so many
Superman.
Superman. Yeah, there's so many Superman fans out there. I forget
Hmm.
about them because like my theater was packed with grown men wearing
Hmm.
hats with this
Yeah.
logo, wearing shirts with this logo. And I think
Hmm.
they were just expecting to be more like punchy type, you know.
Hmm.
But I mean,
Yeah.
they did get that, but it's just the script. I mean, a little bit lackluster, but we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see
Yeah.
what the Rotten Tomatoes scores show people, because that's the next segment after our
Mm.
ratings. These guys
Yeah.
will guess the Rotten Tomato scores.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'll just take it from
yeah.
here. Uh, very meh. You said groupthink. I mean,
Hmm.
groupthink is me. Is I whip out my phone. I already have a shortcut to Letterbox on my control center, so there's no groupthink going on. And I immediately put a 5. I said it was
Yeah.
meh.
Yeah. And,
And
no, and I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to argue
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
and
I don't like the people saying it's bad. Like they're like,
yeah.
oh man, this is bad.
The
Like I
people
don't think
giving
it's
it 2 and 3, they just
Yeah.
hate. They say fun
yeah.
sometimes, man. They just
Yeah.
hate to hate, and they just hate women. That's basically
Yeah.
what it means. I'm
Hmm.
gonna put that out there now. I don't really care for y'all, but
They critique movies with female leads a lot more
yeah, and you
harshly.
see it. You see it with the
Yeah.
past
Yeah.
Supergirls. You see it with Melissa with CW, and you see it with the other one. They got heavy cyberbully. Like
Hmm.
Melissa in CW, it starts with a B. I'm so I apologize, but she got ridiculed, even though she was a
Oh,
perfect casting for
Benoist. Benoist.
yeah,
Yeah.
she was a perfect casting for Supergirl. She was great. I loved her show. It
Mm.
was just these men.
Cis.
We are men,
Cis. Yeah.
but
The bad men.
the bad
Man.
men that
Yeah.
can't enjoy fun. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
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 But this movie, not too fun.
Mm.
Acting was good from
Yeah.
Millie. I liked her.
Mm.
Just overall movie and script is
Mhm.
eh.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, no. Like I said, it just plays it too safe. I
Mm.
know it's still in the early phases, but I feel like we've considering this like what the third superhero type franchise multi-universe that's trying to like push through. I think we even as like fans and like moviegoers, we don't need to go back to like those type of early phases of Marvel movies. Like we know what we like. We don't have to rehash like the same stories and like just play it safe, like take the risk. Like I think people are liking when like even like super movies kind of take a bit more risk rather than play
Mhm.
it
Mhm.
safe. Um, I did like, I like her character. I like the performances. I wish we got more Lobo in the movie. I think the story was lackluster and kind of just very generic, like point A to point B.
Mhm.
Um, I I had fun with it. I liked the jokes. They were not like making me laugh out loud, but like Seth Rogen's character in it like made some like funny jokes
I
in it.
totally forgot he was
Uh,
in it. He was the
Oh
one of
yeah,
the
no,
he
bus
that
was the
was
drivers.
best.
yeah, that was kind of funny. He was funny.
Uh, like the jokes that were there, I like the little small like world building that they did, like when she got like the popcorn from like the alien's butt and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And like I
Yeah, that
just
was
came out,
funny.
yeah, I just came out of this movie, so I remember most of those parts.
Hmm.
Uh, but aside of that, I mean, it's just a safe movie, and I give it like a soft 6. It's
Hmm.
nothing. It's not terrible at all. I don't think. I hope. I don't think it's gonna do well in the box office, just because
No,
like
it's
it's
already
gotten
flopped. It's already.
It's
yeah,
They're
already
saying they're
bombed.
gonna lose 100 million
and
at least.
it got released in the the worst time ever. Like Toy Story just came out. I think next week is the Odyssey coming out? No, or the week
Yeah,
after
Nah.
that.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like it's in a weird spot where like if it's not gonna make movie like its money last weekend or this weekend, it's basically done. I just hope they don't. I don't think they will because James Gunn is the one in charge. I just hope we see more of Supergirl. I do hope we do get a sequel in the future, which is like a better story. That's all they need. It's just a better story. I think they have everything else for it. But yeah, just a soft six. Like if you are going to the theaters and you already watched Toy Story 5, I don't think watching this movie you'll be bored or anything like that at all.
Maybe that affected my rating because I came off the high of Toy Story 5, and then I went immediately into this. I didn't even get up from my seat. I sat in the same seat, and they just switched it to Supergirl pretty fast. But yeah, that's. I mean, I forgot you watched it today. I sat on this for like a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yes, almost
And
a
then
week.
tomorrow I'm watching Toy Story 5. But yeah, no, I'm a little disappointed because I was a huge fan of Superman. I really liked the story of that, and I think they could have built on top of that with this, and sadly they didn't. I feel like they like took a huge break for some weird reason and just decided to go the safe route, which sucks. Because like I mean, I think James Gunn doesn't play it safe with his movies. He
Yeah.
does take it to the weird spots, and I feel like with this one, he just was like, "No, let's just play it safe." It might be, I don't know why. Who knows why? But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, before we do our Rotten Tomatoes scores and stuff, I've been seeing a lot of people say like they need more women directors directing women movies, and I actually agree with that. But honestly, I feel like when you're making superhero movies in particular with female leads, they just need to be better. Like just overall, like they need to have the right people in place to make these stories better because we have like Captain Marvel, bomb, awful. The Marvels, bomb, awful. This movie people are hating, or not hating but really not liking. Wonder Woman 84, people didn't like, bomb. And
That was bad.
that one was
yeah,
bad though.
so
That one was bad.
That
no,
one was terrible.
and
No, the first one was amazing.
no, the
Yeah.
first one was great.
great.
The first one was great. That might be the best thing the DCU or before DCEU did before.
I still
Black
say
Widow.
Man of Steel.
Debatable. But yeah, no, I just
Black
feel
Widow
like these female led superhero movies just need to be made better. I don't think we have the wrong actresses or anything. I just feel like the movies themselves, they're not picking. Like I think you used the right word, Maynard. This movie was safe, other than the killing of like the families, which was I'll give it that they went there, but it's very just generic and safe. And this movie should have been punk. I really think that was the best adjective you used, Adam. This should have been punk. I got the
They
vibe that she
advertised
was
it like that.
Yes, they
I don't know why
advertised
they
it.
steer away from that. It's very
Yes.
odd to me.
I was actually excited to see this movie because of the trailer. Like I was like, I actually don't like superhero movies. I watched Superman because I wanted to go see this. Like that's the reason I didn't watch Superman. I said, "Oh, I got to go watch Superman because it probably has something, a little bit ties." By the way, I'm actually liking that they're not doing post-credit scenes like Marvel. I
Yeah.
like that they're not doing that. I'm tired of waiting at the end of a movie, to be honest. But yeah, no, I just feel like they need to make these movies better for just the audience in general, and honestly, for like the women that look up to these superheroes. You want to be like, yeah, that movie this character I identified with, they made a great movie, and I could be proud about that movie. And I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that for a lot. And you saw that a lot for the original Wonder Woman because it blew everybody's mind. They didn't expect it to be that good because DC wasn't doing so great. And then that was great. And that was directed by a woman. And she did the second one too, which was didn't do well. But I feel like they need to get the right people in place, have the right ideas in place because
Christopher Nolan.
amen.
Hey, he has some
look,
inspiration on the Spider-Man movie.
I love Christopher Nolan, but when it comes if they're not a white man lead, he's not gonna give them a name. I'm watching Tenet right now. Okay, the protagonist. That's his character's name.
Crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
I've
But
seen
yeah,
that movie
no.
once. I've not seen that in so long.
Yeah, but yeah, that was my last little like rant about just making better female-led superhero movies in general. You
Hmm.
know, because like I said, a lot of these women in our society, they need that, right? They need that like
Hmm.
cool superhero, and they have cool superheroes, so make them cool. Like this should have been cool. This should have been cool, and it wasn't that cool. And so and so
That's why
yeah,
we got Hot D, y'all. We got Hot D. We got House of the Dragons. That's our superhero.
exactly. But yeah, Adam, you want to do the
All
letterbox
right. So
scores?
we are going to go into our blind Rotten Tomatoes scores. These two are going to guess. So for our critic scores, what do you think the critics gave this movie?
I'm gonna guess that they gave it a 50.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 57.
Who's closer? Ding, ding, ding. Maynard gets the
Dang.
point. It's not a competition,
Mm,
y'all, but he is closer. He is at currently as of what's today, the 30th? No, the first.
Mhm.
It is at 54% on Rotten Tomatoes
mm.
for the critics. And okay, this is
Ugh.
what I've been waiting for because Austin's been talking about like audience perception.
Mhm.
What do the common folk think of Supergirl other than us? Because we're not really common folk. We do ratings and rankings of movies, so we're kind of harsh sometimes on these movies.
This is
Uh,
hard. This is hard because I could see like someone like me who's just an average just moviegoer for superhero movies being like, "Oh, this it was good.
just
It
think
was
even
fine."
more average. Just
Yeah, I
not even
know.
no.
I know. That's why I'm like, if it's more average, I'm thinking going up.
I'm
But
going.
just
Maybe.
I'm gonna go 45%.
that
Damn.
Because
man,
I'm
I
also thinking
was
like who is writing on Rotten Tomatoes as well.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go with 45%.
yeah,
That is true
just
because they can like lower the score on purpose. So I
yeah,
don't,
yeah, yeah.
but I don't know. We'll see.
I'm gonna go around I'm gonna go 55. I think it's close to the critic score.
So Maynard 45 and Austin with a 55. And personally, I had a guess in my mind, and I thought it was in the 40s too. Shockingly, it is currently at 76%.
Ah,
So the people are enjoying
okay,
Supergirl
that's good.
apparently.
Mm.
But we don't know. I mean, of course, we can get boosted on ratings, but we'll take it as we come. People do enjoy it, just maybe not little critics that watch and review these
Yeah,
movies.
the
So,
right, or I wouldn't say the wrong people because this movie has issues, but like the
mhm,
voices, because that's not representative. This movie wouldn't be making $70 million if 75% of the people are like, yeah, this was good. Like the people that are, whatever the system, the machine, the negativity is outlasting the positivity.
mhm.
And because I'm just seeing negativity when I go online, like it's negative, negative, negative.
Okay, so currently total gross, it's been out for a week.
Mhm.
Total is $40 million. The budget
Ooh,
has to be in the hundred millions, right? What
yeah,
is it?
It's
100,
like 150.
It's gonna bomb. It's big bomb,
big bomb.
I
unfortunately.
I do know
She'll never get another
like
second movie. She'll get a
a
part
lot of
in
their
another
money
No,
movie.
she'll
will
get a second
be
one.
she'll get a second one.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
I think,
it's part of the program.
and I feel like if James Gunn is in charge, he will give them the second one because I feel like he believes in these movies. Um, I also do know like apparently they did have like a bunch of like brand deals with like the Supergirl. Um, there's like the film and everything.
Hmm.
So I think it's gonna make money out of that and like the merchandise. But I
Hmm.
also do think they released it in a terrible time.
I don't
Like
think it's
it,
too
I
bad.
don't think so. No,
This is
yeah.
the only biggest movie has been out in at because the only thing that came out recently, let's say, okay, so we got Obsession and we got Backrooms, like big movie wise, and then we
Hmm.
got Disclosure Day, I guess, and then we got like Mandalorian and Grogu Masters of the Universe around that same time. Another week after, we got Scary Movie, and then this week we got, or last week before, it was Toy Story 5, and the week after that was Supergirl. So it's not too bad on the big. This is like the big superhero movie after
Yeah,
but
Mandalorian Grogu. So it came out
yeah.
okay. I just
Which
don't think
bomb
people.
too?
Yeah.
That bomb too.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just think that negativity is getting out, like in the zeitgeist, like social media. That's getting more. That's the louder voice right now than the positivity. Because I'm really shocked that it's 75%. Like that
I
really
mean,
shocks
the
me.
negativity will always get more hype than a positive. It always gets overshadowed. The positive does.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
but
Yeah.
yeah, no, there'll be a second movie. I mean,
mhm.
because it's this and Wonder Woman are their two
Ah,
flagship women characters in Justice League. So
Minions
it's
came
like,
out this week too.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
that's the
Minions.
Minions.
Minions will pull
mm,
a
no,
lot of
Minions will
people.
pull. Minions will
Um,
pull.
yeah, I think yeah, its biggest weakness was they play it safe, and I think right now, and the state that we're in with like the movies, it's like if it's safe, it's not gonna get good word of mouth.
Mhm.
And
Mm,
like we've seen like word of mouth can be good, and I think for superhero movies, I think that can be really good for them too. If it's like this movie came out like was really good, it was like really fun, like really punk, I think it would have made a lot more money.
mm.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so going into our very last segment of this podcast in regards to Supergirl review, we're gonna give our favorite letterbox review. We're gonna give the star and the, I guess, who the person who wrote it out. We just go in that type of format. So this is the first time doing it. I thought it was a cool idea because there's some letterbox is very funny place sometimes, and I enjoy it.
Hmm.
That's the main place I go to after watching my movies.
Hmm.
Um, so I'll go first. So this is by Justin Wan, which is crazy because it's just like the director, but he
Hmm.
gave this a 2 out of 5 stars, which is equivalent to a 4 out of 10. He goes, "This movie is so bad, I began to wait for Jared Leto to show up on screen," which is absolutely crazy.
That's a good one. That's a
That
funny
was
one.
hilarious because I'm like, that is man, Jared Leto
Yeah.
is a movie killer, and he
Yeah.
Right.
was just in the
Hey,
Masters in the
yeah,
Universe.
they said he was the best part though. They said he was the
Yeah,
best part of the
I haven't
movie.
seen it yet. I haven't seen it
was
yet, but
was
we'll
he
see.
really in that movie though? Let's be honest.
Just the voice.
Yeah.
All right. Which one do
That's a
y'all
good
want to go
one.
next?
I
Well,
was only able to find one. I was scrolling and a lot of them were just like genuine takes, but this one
Hmm.
is from Mac. They gave it a 3 stars, so it's equivalent to a 6 out of 10. And they said easily the best Star Wars movie to come out in the past decade.
I saw that. I saw that one. Yeah, I saw that one.
Hey,
Yeah.
And I agree.
you can if you want to give a real take on someone thing that you kind of agree with, that's fine too. It just can, it doesn't have to
I,
be funny.
Yeah, I saw someone say something very similar about Guardians of the Galaxy mixed with the prequel trilogy, and that's the movie you got. And I'm like, that's actually a pretty fair,
Fair
accurate
assessment.
mashup. Yeah. But no, mine was short. And I wish I wrote the person down. Next time we do this, I'm gonna remember what the
Hmm.
who typed it. But all it was, it says, "Yo, you fucking up the ox." And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, man, the
It is
hatred for
because
this needle drop is
I
just
hate it.
like, it's crazy. Man, yeah, it was
Don't want to
bad,
spread hate
but
in the world, but I hate it.
yeah.
I'm contradicting myself, but I hate it. I did not like it. Just put the original damn song on there. I don't
Yeah.
care if Jimmy Eats World will monetize you. They'll
Mm,
copyright it. Just put it
mm,
in there. Put it as something
yeah.
similar, not the whole like acoustic version.
Mm, yeah.
Take it out of the movie. The acoustic version is fine, but just did not fit in that scene.
Oh, there's going to be probably mashups on TikTok when this movie comes out, like on streaming, of like people inserting their own music and making it way better. Like,
Hmm.
just
Yeah.
like, this is the song that should have been in it,
Yeah,
But
they
yeah,
should have used the main song in the trailer. This the
yes,
full
they should have. It was
intro.
perfect. It was literally,
Yeah,
that's what I thought even was going to happen because it was perfect. I was like, oh yeah. I was in my head, I'm like, okay, they probably won't do the same song, but I'm kind of hoping they do because it was, yeah. But
never
yeah,
played
man,
it.
what a missed opportunity. I hope at the end of the day they learn from their mistakes. They have to. They have to
Yeah.
learn from their mistakes because DC cannot keep losing money like this. Like this is
Well,
insane.
it's weird because considering the movies that they're gonna, or like even TV shows, like they're coming out with like the Sandman, they're coming out with like the Lanterns and stuff like that, and it feels like what I've read, what they're about, it doesn't feel like they're playing it safe, like they're taking risks,
Please,
Mhm.
and then they
Clayface,
are
don't be a
playing it
flop.
safe with
I
this
know. I'm
movie.
worried. I'm worried. I'm worried now. I am worried about Clayface. I am
Is
I
it
don't
a
worried.
want to be.
movie or a TV show?
No
Movie.
movie.
It's a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. Clayface was written by Mike Flanagan, and if you guys don't know Mike Flanagan, he's done some really great work. Did a lot of great work with Netflix.
It's rated R. They got
Yeah, and I have faith that's the only thing I have faith in really right now. That's the only thing that I completely trust. I'm sure everybody else is great, but I've seen a lot of Mike Flanagan's work, and there hasn't anything that I've seen that he's made that I don't like. So I trust him, but he's not directing. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, no, I'm nervous about Clayface, though. I am a little nervous. But because if Clayface is a miss, people are going to be calling out. People are going to be calling out James Gunn big time.
So if
Big
Clayface
time.
misses, that's when our Batman news is going to drop, just to cover it up.
Yeah.
That's when we get our actor confirmed, and it's going to be Jake Gyllenhaal. That would be crazy.
Yeah, never know. Never
It'd be
know.
Ryan Gosling.
Never know.
If you've seen Drive, he can do it. He can pull it off.
Drive's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that was our Supergirl 2 review. A little bit longer review. I know a lot of the reviews sounded very negative, but if you really pay attention, there was positives in there. But yeah, DC got to do a little bit better. For your fans, for superhero fans, for the women out there who just need a really great woman-led superhero movie. And so, yeah. And for the men who like to just see good superhero movies, men and women. So, yeah, just DC, you got to do better. James Gunn, like I said, not a bad movie, but could have been better. With you at the helm, I know it's unfair to hype every single movie and expect every single movie to be great, but this is what they hired you for, is to make sure that the same mistakes aren't made. And so hopefully, Clayface is good and the rest, it can just, go smoothly. It doesn't need to be batting 1,000%, but, it can be, good movie, bad movie, good movie, bad movie, which I don't think it was a bad movie, but yeah.
So on our tier ranking, that we have not coined, only just by me on solo reviews, on the skip it, stream it, matinee, worth it, or must see, where are we putting that as a team?
Stream. I say stream it personally.
I kind of agree. Even though we are enthusiasts, go watch it in theaters. I'm looking.
If you do not work Tuesdays, go watch it on a Tuesday morning. It's
a matinee.
But don't pay full price for it.
Yeah,
sadly.
We paid the 50% tickets.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in to our Supergirl review. We will catch you next week when we do our top rankings of our 2026 movies so far halfway through the year. And so stay tuned for that. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, not Facebook, Spotify, and TikTok. And we'll catch you on the next episode.
Also, we're going to do the Minions review next week as well. It's going to be a mini review of the whole group. Yep. Minions and Monsters. Austin's going to go watch it tomorrow night. That's what I heard.
Okay.
And Adam's watching it Friday. So, yeah.
If you don't see me in the review, you know why. And so,
also,
me too.
Just some news. Sunday is Silverstone for any F1 fans out there in the morning. And then in the afternoon, at night on Sunday, please root for the Mexicans. We're facing England. It's going to be a late 4th of July present for the USA. So just saying,
your fans be acting crazy, man.
It's home field advantage. That's all I got to say.
Well, yeah, thanks, guys, for tuning in.
See you guys.
Yeah, see you. Peace.